Time now for Weather Watch, brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors and WSR Insurance.
Let's get to that Weather Watch this week. Matt Makens here. I hope it finds you doing well. We're going to be chatting about El Niño. Some of the latest numbers have been coming in, so let's get a refresher on where we are, where we stand as far as the strength of this incoming El Niño. So during the month of August into September, we were sitting right at moderate strength, and that has not changed. We're still sitting in a moderately strong El Niño with a tendency to lean toward the stronger of one of the events we've had since 1980. I've plotted here the strength of El Niños since 1980 per each El Niño event. We have a number of years here, but we're here. We're at the fourth strongest in the month of September signal, or another way to think of that is the warmth of the ocean, where we really look for El Niño and a lot of forecasts come from. The warmth of that ocean being above normal is about the fourth warmest that we've ever recorded. So if we pare down that list, just the strongest ones are kind of the most similar ones. We have a list like 1982, 1987, 1991, 97, 2015, and then this year. So as we look at these past events and how we're kind of tracking, if you will, we're about to pass the 87 event, which had already peaked and started to weaken by this time of the year. But 82 may be a reasonable analog, if you will, because it kind of peaked as we went toward October and November and stayed strong throughout the winter. But we have a good sampling here. And remember, in some of the previous weather watches, we chatted about how the strength of El Niño, or the warmth of that ocean where we look for it, really dictates a complete different weather pattern across the country. Strong events, temperatures are really dominating across the north for the warmth, and then weak events, you see pockets of warmth and pockets of cold. Much different scenario. And precipitation, for that matter, much easier to spread out water in a super strong El Niño versus a weaker El Niño when we limit the water and increase some drought areas. But right now, it's a moderate event and is leaning toward the stronger of them. Back half of October, next couple of weeks, look for the warmth to be primarily across the western U.S., at times cooler than average for the central and eastern parts of the country. And as far as precip for the rest of this month, drier than average for the Pacific Northwest, pockets of moisture in the upper Midwest and Great Lakes, and areas of moisture to increase across the southeast. This tying in with El Niño, and that will be spreading across the southern states as we go throughout the months ahead. You can read more about that in your Directions magazine or the next National Cattleman newspaper.
Weather Watch is brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors, with you no matter the weather. And by WSR Insurance, providing insurance solutions for more than a century. Visit their websites for more details.